What's up, guys? So, if you're in the Forex industry by now, you should be hearing about this Brexit thing. I'm here to break it down for you today. Want to hear my British accent?
Cheerio. Here's what I know off the top of my head. So the Brexit mainly affects two major currencies. You got the Great Britain pound and the European euro. So what's going to happen when the Brexit occurs? They're going to decide whether the United Kingdom, which is an island nation, of course, made up of England, Scotland, Wales, and Northern Ireland, they're going to make a decision of whether they want to stay a part of the European Union or not. So either these economies can work together and allow import export of goods, etc., or if they can't come to an agreement on terms, they have what's called a no deal, where the United Kingdom will actually exit from the European Union.
Okay. So, Brexit, combination of the words Britain and exit. This is a negotiation where Great Britain, also known as the United Kingdom, is going to make a decision whether they want to stay a part of the European Union or not. Of course, this has major implications on the economy, how they trade with their European partners, and think it was the Bank of England actually warned that if there was a no deal Brexit, which is one of the scenarios I'm going to be showing you guys, that they believe the Great Britain economy could actually shrink by up to 8% in 1 year. So if you're trading GBP pairs on the Forex market, that's something you're definitely going to want to take note of. So these are the key factors I've highlighted that have taken place so far. We have the Prime Minister Theresa May. Her Brexit deal that she put together was rejected not too long ago, and you probably heard about her stepping down. Now, Boris Johnson, who was the former British minister and the leader of the Conservative Party for Great Britain or the UK, was actually elected prime minister, and his election was based on his promise to leave the EU. In his words, do or die. So that strikes me that he doesn't care what it takes, whether it be hard Brexit or no deal. He wants the United Kingdom to leave the European Union. And obviously, it's a popular opinion because they voted him in power. So let's take a look at how these scenarios can affect the market. First, I have an all red, no deal scenario. This is what the speculation has been. This is what I'm expecting. And like I was just saying earlier, the Bank of England warned that there could be an 8% decrease in the Great Britain economy if there's a no deal scenario, which means that the Great Britain pound would be weak if there's a no deal scenario, which would mean that the UK leaves the European Union with no kind of deal. They don't work out any kind of trading scenarios. So they're usually going to be tariffs on the trades, which can slow down the economic growth. So just keep that in mind. If there's going to be a no deal scenario, we will be shorting GBP pairs, or in other words, executing sell trade orders. Now, if there's a hard Brexit, similar to no deal, UK will also leave the European Union. But in this occasion, they actually are cooperative. So they work out deals in order to execute trades over borders and things of that nature. And normally no tariffs on the trades. So everything's able to move and execute a lot smoother. And GBP would probably still take a hit, but it wouldn't be as catastrophic as a no deal scenario. So we still be looking for some weakness from GBP, but something they might be able to actually overcome. Next scenario would be soft Brexit. I don't even like the way that sounds. But with soft Brexit, basically the United Kingdom decides to stay a part of the European Union This would minimize the trade disruption. Everything would go along as expected or as it's been going so far. And more than likely, we would see the Great Britain pound recover or start to pick up strength as that economy starts to work its way back into good health. And last scenario would be if they decide to extend the Brexit again. Now, we're looking for a decision on October 31st, hopefully, so we can get some good trades in based on that information. But if they were to decide to extend the Brexit again, they're basically trying to avoid a no deal or possibly avoid a hard Brexit because they're trying to protect the economy. Now, I'm going to leave a link down here to a great illustrative YouTube video that'll go into heavy detail on this Brexit situation because there are a lot of other factors that play into as far as how the hard Brexit and the soft Brexit will affect our exchange rates and relate to GBP pairs. But a hold on the Brexit would ease some of the fear that's been in the news and the economy in reference to a no deal approaching, which is why we've been seeing a lot of downward momentum on the GBP pairs. It's basically anticipation of the no deal, as well as various other factors that are normally involved in Forex movement. But this no deal Brexit scenario is definitely playing a heavy role in the downtrends. So if there was to be another extension, that could actually be looked at like possible good news causing the Great Britain pound to rebound. So these are just some things to keep in mind.
So when you look at the timeline for the Brexit here, back on July 2nd, the new European Parliament met and they discussed some of the outcomes and possibilities of the Brexit. So if we look back in my history close to July 2nd, since everything that's been discussed so far has been a no deal scenario, and we've seen what happens in a no deal scenario, around that time we should see me profiting off of a sell or losing off of a buy. So we got July 2nd around 1st to the 2nd. You can see I lost on a buy here on the 1st. Figured out what was going on, and the 1st through the 3rd, you can see me profiting off of all sales, all right around the date of that new European Parliament meeting. So you got to keep up with your economic events. Then we got here July 23rd, new Tory leader, the result of the runoff between Mr. Johnson and Mr. Hunt. So let's take a look at around July 23rd. As close as we can get is the 29th. So I could have missed out. That could have been some economic data I actually missed out on. But you see that following week, all profits from all sales. So there was a nice drop.
Hope this was educational for you guys. Go ahead and subscribe to the channel, hit the bell so you get a notification every time I drop a new video. And check out this video down here on the Brexit. It was very educational for me, and I've made thousands of dollars since I got hip to it. So hopefully it'll help you guys out too. And good luck on the markets.